good morning. I hope your Saturday morning is already off to a great start, or whatever day you're watching this on. I wanted to do a really chill, get ready with me, kind of like a quick makeup look perhaps. I really don't know what direction we're taking this. I'm on a time crunch though because I need to leave the house for an appointment, but I wanted to get something up for you today that was just kind of like, hey, I'm getting ready, come hang out with me. I don't know what we're going to talk about or where this look is going to go, but welcome if you are new. Please subscribe. Every Saturday I upload a chit-chat get ready with me. I didn't used to, but now I've decided this is the place and the time where I love to just kind of hang out with you guys, speed you up on my week or weeks, or I guess it depends how long I've been MIA since I've done like a get ready with me, not MIA, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. Anyways, okay, stop the chatter and the rambling. Let's get into this. Everything I'm wearing I will link below if I don't talk about it, because I might not talk about it. So I did a get ready with me a few weeks ago using that new Bite foundation. And I was chatting with my friend Annie, and she used a good word to describe this. Here, let me get it out of this bag. She used a good word to describe this foundation, and she said this is a very perplexing foundation. And I would absolutely have to agree. Now, I've been wearing it since I filmed that video, and it's just very confusing to me. I'm going to go straight in with it. This is the shade, let's see, L25, the darker of the two shades that I got. First of all, when you go to put it on, it's like that looks like it's going to be a lot of coverage. I'm going to use my fingers. But it's not. It almost goes on like a tinted moisturizer would, where it shears out and it gives light coverage at best. Like, if you're going, I gotta stop saying like, did you guys watch that video of how many times the Bachelor people on The Bachelor said like in a given episode? I almost said it. I'm going to try to not use so many filler words. I say so a lot. I have to cut that word out so many times when I'm editing. It's like my transition word. Anyways, I use that word way too many times. Is a given. Like. One of my kids come home and they're learned what like or as means, and they were quizzing me on what a simile is. And it's like, I had to think about it because we use similes so many times, but not correctly. Gee whiz, is this the darker shade? See, this is what I'm saying about this foundation. Okay, first of all, I don't think I have the right shade. I've been outside a lot, and maybe I'm getting a little color already. I don't know. When you live in a place that's sunny all the time, it's like you're almost a little bit darker year-round than you used to be. Anyways, okay, so this foundation's perplexing because I feel like it doesn't, I use that properly, I promise. It doesn't last through the day like I'd like it to. And like it looks pretty on the skin. It's very skin-like. Okay, this is ridiculous. I need to bring my mirror here. I can't see what I'm doing. It's very pretty on the skin, but it does not give the coverage of, I would say, even a typical foundation. It's definitely lighter. Are we in focus? I'm going to go over it a little bit here with the Beauty Blender. It's a good everyday, just running errands kind of situation, but it doesn't give me coverage like the It Cosmetics CC Cream. And if I had to recommend something that was easy to apply, gave you good coverage, covered up your imperfections, you could go in heavily with it and get fuller coverage, or just like shear it out with a beauty blender, or apply it with your fingers, or just, depending on your application, get something that was versatile in coverage. I would steer you more towards the direction of the It Cosmetics CC Cream. I had to go get a cup of coffee. I just am of the mindset that I cannot film without a beverage of some sort. It's the same way. Every single time I get in my car, I have to have a beverage. I just like to drink and drive. I don't know, I just always have to have it, and I wanted to share with you. I've talked about these at this point years ago, and these are the same ones, so this is shameful. I have neglected using a lot of things in my pantry, much like my makeup, right? So I've kind of gone through a pantry decluttering phase. So anyways, this English toffee, this stevia drops, is what I have in my coffee. There's vanilla cream, hazelnut, and English toffee. I would say English toffee is my favorite, followed by hazelnut, and then the vanilla cream. I just find the vanilla is kind of blah for some reason. I thought I'd typically really like vanilla, so cheers. So I don't know about this foundation. I think it's really pretty. I just have a feeling that once it gets warm outside and the humidity rolls in, I really don't see this foundation lasting very well. I don't really wear much makeup in the summertime. Like when my kids are home full time, that's summer break, I'll put makeup on for church, but that's basically it. Like every day, no. I don't wear makeup to go to the pool. I really don't wear it at all because when it gets hot out, I break out very easily when I have a bunch of stuff on my face. And so I have to choose between battling breakouts or wearing makeup, and I would rather just avoid the whole situation. So this week I uploaded quite a few times. I think I uploaded 3 videos this week. Man, I'm on a roll. I have been doing decorate with me videos and just a little bit of like spring sprucing up in my house. I gotta use this other mirror here now. And I've been having so much fun with that. Have you guys seen the videos? Are you enjoying it? Do you like to do decorating? Decorating to me is just so much fun. I'm doing a little bit of this It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. I really like this powder. I bought this and it just sat in my drawer, but this is a great powder to throw in your purse because it's not messy. Now, I think I had one in my purse before and it did end up cracking because, I'm not exactly gentle with stuff. And so there is that to possibly think about. Okay, so a show that I just binged watched hardcore is Love is Blind on Netflix. I wasn't going to watch this, but then I just was curious. You get curious about something, like, what is this? There's I noticed a couple reality shows on Netflix. One is called The Circle, and for some reason, my husband clicked on it. He's like, oh, what is this? And he starts watching it. I'm like, it's really dumb. It's really stupid. But he got sucked into it, and it's not nearly as good as Love is Blind. But if you're like a reality show junkie like I am, you at least give it a go, kind of test it out. I haven't had cable in a few years now, so I don't keep up on Real Housewives or any of that anymore. If it comes to Hulu, then I'll watch it. But I've actually found a lot of things are on uploaded to YouTube, which is totally cool. So, anyways, the show Love is Blind, it's this premise that is love truly blind? Like, can you fall in love with someone without seeing them? So these people are all put into a house, and there's a common hallway. Girls are separated from the boys. And I guess it would be properly men and women, right? And so they meet each other only in what's called these pods. So they can't see each other. It's like a little room with a couch, and there's something separating them, but they can hear each other, and that's it. So they start dating each other by talking and communicating and getting to know each other solely based on personality, sharing stories and just who they are. I guess it's called an emotional connection. And so the whole show is based around, okay, now these two they like each other, they propose to each other, which this is where it gets a little rush quick and TV show-esque to me, is that after a few weeks of being in these pods, I guess I'm not exactly sure of the timeline, they propose to each other. Not everyone, because obviously not all of the people there it works out, but there's 5 couples. And they propose to each other, and then they get to see each other face to face for the first time. And like I would feel, and they vocalize, putting the personality and who they envisioned in their mind, what you were envisioning this person to look like just based upon everything that they said. I guess you would expect someone who does a lot of sports and likes to do all those to be physically fit, perhaps, for an example. And so when they first see each other, some of them you can see true shock. And some it's true pleasantry, oh wow, she is gorgeous. You know what I mean? And others, it takes a little bit of time to connect what they envision to reality, and more often than not, it wasn't what they expected. So then it goes on, and they're okay, well, they move in together, and they spend time getting to know each other like the rest of the world. Okay, you can say all these things about yourself and make yourself sound really great, but living and interacting is completely different. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when you first start dating someone, they're great. All you can think about is all their great qualities. You're not focusing on, oh, well, they don't clean up after themselves ever. You know what I mean? Those are the reality of things that eventually, those are day-to-day issues that you have to, work out in a marriage and stuff like that. So the show is just very interesting in that aspect, because it's connecting the emotional connection, but I really feel, and I told my husband I was watching this show, and so he was kind of like coming in and out, listening to it and whatnot. What haven't I done? Okay, let's do blush. Hold that thought. I wanted to say, was it yesterday? Yesterday I wore a blush, a Chanel blush. I haven't worn in a long time, and it was one of my favorites back in the day. Let me find it. It's Accent, and I really loved how subtly pretty my cheeks were. It looks like this. I really don't know if they make this anymore. It's kind of a non-blushy color. Like when you think of blush, I think of like, you know, like a peachy shade. Is this dirty? I think of like a peachy shade or a rose or a pink. Okay, I just got a little heavy-handed. Oh boy. Okay, well now I'm not showing you what I was looking at the other day on my face because I really, really liked it. I get so heavy-handed with blush though. But anyways, it's a really pretty, subtly bronzed color. Okay, so what was I talking about? Oh, and his first thought when I told him I was watching the show was, that's so stupid. You absolutely have to have a physical connection. You have to, what did he say? You have to be physically attracted to each other. And I would say I have to agree. And as you watch the show, I don't want to give the show away, but as you can imagine, you can be connected to someone and be really great friends, but not have that physical connection, and it just won't work. I mean, that's like a leg of marriage, is a physical connection, right? So you should just watch the show, and this will all make sense. I know it sounds ridiculous and stupid. It's only like 10 episodes, and there's parts of it that are just dumb, like all reality shows. Let's do a little cream highlighting today. I've totally neglected all of my powder highlights since I got this Charlotte Tilbury stuff. Mainly because if I'm having a less than good skin day, I just don't want to do powder. This cream just always looks really pretty and more natural and dewy. And then on a whole other opposite side of the love spectrum, I also watched the show Sister Wives. I've watched all of the seasons, all the way back. That's just one of those shows that it's very interesting. You're just like, how does this work? You know? So I was watching that this morning. I don't know if you guys watch Sister Wives either. I don't understand how that can work either. I mean, I think one man not having to share is enough. Like, I can't imagine sharing your man with 3 other people or more. What? Oh my gosh, I just can't even, talk about emotional turmoil and just like, I would just think that would be grounds for incredible insecurity and depression and anxiety and stress, and I don't know. The other day, I was planning on wearing this palette and I forgot, so I'm going to use it today. It's the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette. It looks like this. I'm not going to do anything crazy fun because I don't have time for that. I'm going to go in with, I don't know, this peachy color here. Even though I do really like the formulation on this eyeshadow palette. Man, I can't see a thing. So I was thinking about doing an even further purge of my makeup, and I know I haven't showed any of this on camera, and I honestly will not. I don't want to have to explain and justify why I'm getting rid of something. I don't feel like I need to. I bought it. And I know some people like to watch those kind of videos, but why? Like, I guess I don't like to watch those kinds of videos because I'm just not interested in why you are getting rid of it, I guess. I totally get if you don't like it. Not everything works for everybody, and sometimes, like, a lot of my stuff, like, a real reason I'm getting rid of a lot of things is just age. I've had a lot of these products for too long. I'm kind of to the point where if I don't, sorry, there's, like, probably a cat hair in my eye. If I haven't used something in, say, a year, let's be generous, 3 years, I'm not going to use it. Like, there's not going to come that day where I need that bright green eyeshadow. It's just not going to happen. And I'm comfortable with having less, I guess, at this point. Before it was fun and it was exciting and I was collecting and everything new, much like Love is Blind or a new relationship, is exciting. It's exciting. There's so much to learn. There's so much to do. And, you know, it's years later in the mundane, you know, that you have to kind of get yourself amped up and excited about it again. And I know I haven't exactly been, yay, makeup over the last few years. But I feel like you guys are kind of in the same boat as me. I feel like anyone who has been watching YouTube for, you know, a minimum of 5 years, especially like the beauty community videos, you've seen it all. Like, how much can we talk about an eyeshadow or a formulation? I'm just bored of it. I feel like a lot of us content creators are probably bored of it. I think the people that are excited about it are all the new people discovering YouTube, people who hadn't watched it before, so they're still excited about it. And honestly, makeup has never been a first passion of mine. It's been a cool creative outlet that I've since discovered. But when I started my channel, I was watching beauty videos, but I also started doing, like, you know, kitchen stuff and just a variety of things. And then I got off of that bandwagon because I realized it was really fun to do makeup. And when you're making a video, it needs to be fun, because parts of making videos, aka the logistics of setting this equipment up and editing and lighting and all this stuff, is not fun. For me, it's a chore. The joy for me is right here, this conversation. If I could snap my fingers and have somebody edit and make sure my lighting is great and take great thumbnails, like, my channel would be probably so much more successful, honestly. But I don't like that part, and I don't like to spend a lot of time on that part, you know, because this is my hobby, and I have to keep up my house and all the other real life things first. This isn't like a job where it's a priority and I'm making money off of it. This is solely like, hey, I feel like chatting with my friends today. I'm gonna go take half of my day, because it does take half of your day, to get ready, set up your equipment, film a video. And I'm not saying this to gripe and complain. I'm just giving you a little perspective of reality here. And then take everything down, because I can't leave any of this up because it's literally in the way. And I'll put everything away because I have cats and kids. They like to run through, especially Olaf. He's looking cute now, but he wasn't so cute at 3 to 5 this morning when he's running around knocking stuff off counters and getting into trouble. Anyways, I am just going on a track. I don't even know where we were going with this, other than to say, just like the chatting. That's all I like. You know, I just want to chat with you guys. Let's finish this up. You know what else I really discovered? I love basically a 2 or 3 eyeshadow look. I've tried to complicate it with more and follow the tutorials, and I find I just like the simplicity of a light shade, a dark shade, a lid shade, and be done. So anyways, that's why I've kind of found joy these days in uploading other things that I'm doing. You know, like the decorating, and I'm always sharing what I'm eating and cooking on Instagram. I know you guys would probably maybe prefer if I did like cook with me's, but that's another thing where I'm like, okay, but then I have to buy a new microphone, because this one is garbage. It's garbage, I know that. I know my sound isn't like some of the other people that you probably watch, but it's just another thing to buy, you know? Just thought, I don't even know if you can buy this palette anymore, or what the latest Colored Rain, maybe, I think they started doing singles though, didn't they? I'm not sure. But this is, none of these shadows are anything incredibly unique. So you could definitely create this. I need to do some fashion videos. That's another thing I need to get around to doing. I need to kind of plan out. I always get inspired when a new season comes to, you know, just kind of do a little bit of a refresh, update the wardrobe a little bit. It's just the change of seasons, I think, that gets me the most excited about things. So I guess there it is. It's the newness, right? I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury iconic liquid eye pencil in the shade Barbarella Brown. It's a really great, cool toned brown. If you're not looking for something super black, okay, I just got a chunk in my eye. I don't love the pencil of this because it doesn't sharpen very well, but I've been loving just doing a little bit of definition here. I know, I'm sorry, this is so creepy to watch. on my lash line, upper lash line, because it just makes my lashes look thicker and fuller. And then this mascara, the Bambi Eye Mascara, I shared this in my February favorites. I just bought this at a whim. We were at Walmart. I ran down the mascara aisle because I knew I was out. And I just was kind of seeing what's new. And I know I love that L'Oreal Lash Paradise. And I had it in my hands. But then I seen this mascara next to it. And I was intrigued enough to buy it. And I would have to say this is pretty great. I think it gives some good length. It's got a nice rubber wand, so it really grabs all those little lashes. And I wear false lashes from time to time. And sometimes when you wear those, it can damage your natural lashes, like pull a lash out or break one off. And I also use that New Lash growth serum. So from time to time, oh, that is really good mascara. So from time to time, I will have a little bit of breakage where my growth like broke off, if you will. Really impressed with this mascara though. I'd recommend it. Mascaras are super personal, and it really all just depends on what your natural lash situation is. But if you're looking to try something, maybe pick this up. I'm going to go in with this Pixie Glow Mist. I like this stuff. This feels fantastic. And my suggestion to you, you know I always used to do the hand thing. Well, my kids gave me this cute little fan. Works perfect to dry your face off. The mist on this is really fine. Really nice and lovely. It doesn't like squirt you in the face with just blobs and blobs of water. Does anyone else just like sample colors on their lower lip just to kind of see like, oh, that's too pink, oh, that's too dark? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I haven't worn a darker color like this in a while. This is the NARS Audacious color in Charlotte. I like to kind of go over the lip after I've applied it with a lip liner just to kind of like fill in any gaps or anything. I like to match my lipstick to my shirt more often than not. Thank you guys so much for chatting with me here today. I had so much fun getting ready with you. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will chat again very soon. Bye, guys.